Aclima is a public benefit corporation that was founded to catalyze bold action to protect public health, reduce climate-changing emissions, and advance environmental justice. Aclima has pioneered an entirely new way to measure and analyze air pollution and greenhouse gases block by block at the community scale. Our managed sensor network measures parameters such as fine particulate matter, black carbon, ozone, nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, methane, and temperature at previously impossible spatial resolutions. We develop these capabilities in collaboration with environmental justice advocates and scientists in academia, industry, and government, including the California Air Resources Board, and through a 10-year collaborative research and development agreement with the United States EPA. Today, Aclima's fleet of sensor-integrated vehicles, along with our partners' fleets, make up the world's largest mobile environmental sensor network, with billions of measurements in 14 countries and more than 150 cities. Driven by fleet operators hired from the community, Aclima vehicles continuously measure air pollution as they drive, creating statistically representative maps of the lived experience, street by street. Measurements from the sensor network stream into Aclima Pro, powerful cloud-based software that helps decision makers visualize and analyze air pollution. Here, you can see air quality data from regulatory stations across the Bay Area. Aclima's hyperlocal data fills in the gaps and provides ground truth to enhance the quality of data from citizen sensors, which are also streamed into Pro, as shown here in Richmond, San Pablo. Aclima's published science shows that air pollution varies up to 800% from one block to the next, and hotspots persist over time. Agencies like the Bay Area Air Quality Management District use Aclima Pro to detect hyperlocal emissions patterns that can't be seen with regulatory monitoring stations alone. Environmental justice organizations like the West Oakland Environmental Indicators Project are creating community emissions reductions plans informed by these insights in partnership with local regulators. By clicking on individual road segments in Pro, you can access detailed information about all the measurements taken at that location. Pro users can also compare pollutant levels at different times of day and days of the week, such as weekday morning and evening commutes. Insights like these help assess the impact of changes like toll booth automation, public transit access, electrification, and remote working. Aclima also measures and analyzes greenhouse gases. Here you can see the average CO2 levels in the Bay Area in the 7 weeks before and after shelter in place in 2020. By comparing hyperlocal greenhouse gas levels before and after emissions reductions, we can accelerate climate change mitigation. Insights from hyperlocal air pollution data also help to mitigate potential exposure among sensitive populations. For example, here we can see elevated NO2 in the blocks next to the Brooklyn New School in New York, which is an indicator of traffic-related emissions. In San Jose, California, there are several blocks with elevated PM 2.5 levels shown here in deep red. Switching to satellite view, we can see that this is an industrialized location adjacent to low-income housing. In Aclima Pro, the Climate and Economic Justice Screening tool combines measured air pollution levels with contextual data, including land use, infrastructure, and demographic information. The tool adds context not included in any other tools today, such as race and ethnicity, unemployment, insurance coverage, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, and disability indicators. It also conducts analysis at the census block level, something no other tools do today. Scoring is based on methods developed in California, an approach that has undergone rigorous community review. Turning on the climate and economic justice layer in Aclima Pro indicates that this area in San Jose scores high in a combination of climate and economic justice factors such as land use, accessibility, and historical redlining. In an instant, we can see the legacy of discriminatory practices that led to the hyper-local pollution levels that the community experiences today. Aclima provides environmental intelligence that puts hyper-local air pollution measurements in context with climate and economic justice indicators. Aclima Pro unlocks deeper understanding about emissions, where they're coming from, and who they impact, so that you can prioritize and track interventions for those that need them most.